Hello, artists. So happy you're here with us today, and we've been learning a little bit about the beautiful pottery and plates from China. Today, we're going to work to make our own plate. I've got a piece of paper with me here. Some of you may have a paper plate around, and you can feel free to draw right on a paper plate if you have one available. I am going to use this piece of paper and at the end of the project cut it out so it will look like a paper plate. I have a nice round dish here that I am going to use to trace a plate shape. I tried to find one that was about the shape or size of my paper. And I'm just going to make a pencil line all the way across. And there is my plate. I'm going to make a second interior circle, and this one I'm going to freehand. If you have something to trace a circle that you want to put in the middle, you can, but I'm just going to do an imperfect but just fine border here. And if I really want to fix it a little, I can go back. I am going to be working in pencil today. Forgot to say that. Pencil and eraser is all you'll need today. And next week we'll add some color. So as we've learned about, some of the traditional Chinese themes that were on these plates were often landscape characteristics. But you really have a lot of choice in designing your plate. You do not have to do a traditional landscape. I'm just going to add a few kind of landscape elements to mine. I've noticed in some of the plates that the landscape does not have to be, completely realistic in terms of where things are. I'm just going to add some different shapes. So I think I'm going to start with kind of some mountains back here, just some mountain shapes. And just kind of leave it at that, kind of a mountain that's going kind of downhill, I guess. And then I'm just going to kind of end it. I'm going to just have kind of a floating mountain. And I might add just a little more sketchiness with my pencil just to give a little bit of shading. But it can be just as simple as that. And yeah, I kind of like that at the top of my plate. I definitely want to add, I saw a lot of really interesting trees, kind of drippy, droopy, beautiful trees. So I think I'm going to put a tree in this area right here. So I'm going to just kind of bring up a trunk. And again, you can, if you decide to do a tree, maybe you'll choose a different kind of tree. You could do any kind of evergreen tree. Those are fun to do. But the trees that I've been noticing have these very kind of droopy branches. So I'm just going to do some parallel lines coming out and just bring down some droopy branches. They're kind of fun to make. I'm not really connecting them all together, just making these branches come out. And then I'll think about adding some kind of leaves that are also kind of drooping down. I don't know, I'm just kind of playing with it and making some kind of oval shaped leaves. I'm doing a lot of kind of sketchy work with my pencil instead of trying to make things look very precise. And I just want kind of the impression of some leaves here. I'm not really making them too perfect. But again, you are not required to make the tree that I made here. All right, that's fine. And then I want to really give its root system. I'm kind of going to make some curvy root lines here that go to the edge of the plate, but don't go beyond the edge because I'm going to keep this border for a different kind of pattern, but I want some roots that kind of, yeah, that's kind of fun. All right, and I feel like I want another element. So I think I'm going to make kind of an island or a little piece of land coming out this way. I think I'd like to make one of those traditional buildings. So I'm going to start with kind of their triangle roofs that kind of go out a little bit like that, and end that roof there, and bring down maybe some columns to another level. Maybe just kind of bring it down like that. Actually, well, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'm just gonna leave it. Oh, I know what I want to do. I think here you get to see me erase, and I'm not going to erase perfectly, but I think I'm going to make this house kind of coming more down towards the edge of the plate. And again, when I'm done with it, I might add some lines, I might subtract some lines, but I'm just going to make this kind of come all the way down to the edge of the plate. I kind of like when things end there. I think I'm going to add some fir trees back here. Evergreens are fun to make, or fir trees. I just like to make little kind of upside down V's. I'm just going to make some kind of on the edge of the island, or whatever this is. Again, I'm just not worrying about being too precise. I'm just kind of doing it a little bit sketchy. Okay. I'm going to add a few more columns in here. Maybe door there. All right, kind of like that. I've got three different areas of the plate. You could certainly add fish, animals. I mean, so many ideas. I think for the border of the plate, let's see, what do I want to do? You could do kind of a geometric design. You could, I think I'm going to divide it into, I'm going to put line there. I'm going to divide it into quarters. Let's put some lines here. And then I think I'm just going to kind of do maybe a fish in the middle of each quarter, because I like the idea of adding some animals. And then maybe some ovals on either side of the fish, just for a different element. So I'm going to do that again because I want this to be a repeating pattern. I'm going to do just a very simple fish, although you could have fun and do any fish you like, and then an oval, little eye there. I'm smudging my pencil a little bit on the paper, but that's okay because, oh, I made this fish going the other way. That's okay. And another oval, and an oval fish. Oval. All right. I'm feeling like I think that's all right for today. I'm going to put this in a safe place. I'm not going to do any cutting or anything else to it today. And when we revisit this next week, we will add some color.